Pochita is definitely not the Chainsaw Devil. Our cute and furry little friend is somehow considered the strongest devil in all of Chainsaw Man. But in a world where devils are feared based on what they're named after, why would the Chainsaw Devil be the strongest? Because as scary as chainsaws are, I'm way more scared of death or the dark. I don't know about you, but before I go to bed, I check about 15 times to see if there's any ghosts or murderers, not if there are any chainsaws. So then why is Pochita so strong? Well, if you ask me, I believe Pochita is a primal devil. Or wait, scratch that. Even stronger than a primal devil, as it could take on the aging and darkness devils with ease. A devil worthy of pledging your allegiance to. But that doesn't explain how Mr. Pochita Chainsaw Hands is a primal devil. And we'll jump into that shortly. But first, be sure to slash through that subscribe button if you want to see more Chainsaw Man theory. So, why are Pochita's chainsaws so powerful then? I mean, I definitely don't want to be attacked by a chainsaw, but I fear death way more than I fear the actual chainsaw. So death should easily be the stronger devil. But even with its hybrid form with Denji, Chainsaw Man still manages to be the most feared devil in existence. Before Pochita became Denji's heart, we all know that Little Scamp was rampaging throughout hell. There he took on the Four Horsemen and at least 7 of the most powerful weapons devils. Now the Four Horsemen is a reference to the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, which includes death, famine, control, and the War Devils, with at least half of them being unofficial primal devils. Pochita not only survived this 11-on-1 fight, but managed to severely injure almost every devil he fought. In more recent encounters, Denji has taken on primal devils such as the Aging or Falling Devil and been completely unfazed. From this, it's a pretty small leap to conclude that Pochita is either a primal devil or stronger. So then what is making this B-list horror movie villain the strongest devil in existence? Typically how it works is the more a devil's name is feared, the more powerful the devil becomes. So devils like the Gun and Death Devil are extremely strong, while the Stuffed Animal or Milkshake Devil may not even exist. That's why I believe Chainsaw Man isn't actually the Chainsaw Devil. For one, he's only called the Chainsaw Devil by Kishibe, who doesn't really know much, Makima, who lies constantly, and the Angel Devil, who, in his statement, is actively admitting he knows nothing about the devil. Other than those instances, he is always called Chainsaw Man. So then what other devil could Chainsaw Man be if it has chainsaw power? Well, it is possible for devils to have abilities that don't tie to their primary fear. There are actually a couple ways to do this. Typically, devils can increase their strength by eating other devils or humans. But if a devil only eats part of another devil, that devil's power will not only increase, but they'll earn extra abilities. For instance, Santa Claus... Oh, no, wait, not that guy. There we go. For instance, Santa Claus ate a piece of the Death Devil and gained the ability to heal and power up from the dark. That being said, that power is typically reserved for weaker devils, like the Bread or Coffee Devil. For powerful devils or devils with unique concepts, their abilities are a little less defined. Obviously, devils like the Zombie Devil have zombie powers, the Blood Devil has blood powers, and the Bat Devil has bat powers. But for devils like the Ear Devil, what would be considered ear powers? A better example of this phenomenon is the Darkness Devil, who can seemingly do anything from sever limbs, manipulate darkness, and even conjure a random sword. But at the end of the day, it still has darkness powers. So then why isn't it easy to say that Pochita is the Chainsaw Devil? Pochita has a chainsaw in its head, uses chainsaws and chainsaw chains to do a variety of feats. Well, that's not exactly all of Pochita's abilities. And if you haven't read the manga, minor spoiler alert, but if you want to learn more about Chainsaw Man's powers, stick around. Because Pochita has the special, crazy ability of Devil Erasure. This means that any devil eaten by Pochita will cease to exist. Normally, if a devil dies, that devil will reincarnate in hell or on Earth. However, if Pochita eats a devil, not only does it not reincarnate, but the name and concept of the devil are wiped from existence, with both devils and humans alike unable to remember the devil's name. In the most recent chapters of the manga, Pochita graced us with an example after eating the Mouth Devil, where mouths disappeared from existence and no one had memory of the word mouth. Does that sound like the powers of your run-of-the-mill Chainsaw Devil? No! So then what kind of devil is Pochita? Well, the current hierarchy of devils follows closely with the 5 universal fears, which acts as a stem for all human fear. They include fear of ego death, fear of separation, loss of autonomy, fear of manipulation, and the fear of death. Now, many have used this for reference to argue that Pochita is the separation devil or the pain devil, as these could be argued as primal devils on par with the death devil. I, on the other hand, would like to argue that Pochita is not even on the scale. I believe the pyramid can be used to determine the relative power of a devil. With the lower you are on the pyramid, the closer you are to the original primal fear, and the stronger the devil you are. This would explain how the death devil is considered the strongest, despite the control devil exactly defining the loss of autonomy. Now, there are exceptions, as the scale is merely the roots of all fears, like the darkness devil, who, despite being considered a primal devil, is not the perfect embodiment of death, nor does it perfectly match any of the other categories. But that's where we need to look at the total fear of the devil generates from each category. So the darkness devil would have a higher total fear rating than the chicken devil, due to its abstract nature. For instance, you can be in the dark on something, isolation often associated with darkness, and more literal fears like the effects of blindness. But this still makes no sense for Pochita, the supposed chainsaw devil who fought all 4 horsemen and survived. And that's why I believe Pochita is beyond the scale, and is actually the devil. No, your device didn't just glitch out. I believe Pochita is the devil. Not just the devil of chainsaws or birth or something presumptuous. I believe Pochita is the devil. Now wait, just hear me out. I would like to propose to you a scenario. The devil, or Chainsaw Man, was the first and only devil in existence. As humans began to fear things such as primal fears, the devil birthed them into existence, losing part of his power each time they were born. Thankfully, the devil can reclaim his power by eating the other devils. To ensure it will not come back, the devil's power erases the concept and the devil from existence. This would explain why it's the only devil we know of to draw power from the fear of both humans and devils. Now, the primal devils are the first to be born out of the first few things that humans feared, allowing them to build up more power over time. But as new devils came into existence, the devil was becoming weaker and weaker, so he began to eat devils that had taken too much of his power. Makame even refers to some of the devils that he has killed in his spree, including the evil German mustache devil, nuclear weapons devil, or the 4 possible conclusions other than death. Unfortunately, the devil did not have power dynamics in mind, as the death devil soon became the strongest devil. With its new seemingly unrivaled power, the death devil decided to challenge the devil to claim its power for itself. The death devil then gathered its 4 horsemen compatriots and the weapons devils to take on the devil in its weakened state. As we all know, almost everyone came out of that battle significantly weakened, leaving us in the current scenario where we find the manga. Now, that explains a lot, but if you aren't already convinced, this explanation does help explain a lot of ongoing questions in the series. From simple ones like, why can't Yuro turn Denji into a weapon? Well, considering he's the devil, her powers would cease to exist and create some sort of paradox. Okay, then let's try a tough one. What's the motivation for Chainsaw Man to be the hero of hell and kill other devils if he's the devil? Well, to find strong devils to eat and regain his power, with the added bonus of sending devils back to Earth to increase the fear of devils, which also increases his power. We can even support this theory further with how his power changes based on public perception. His power decreased when people loved Chainsaw Man, and increased when people feared Chainsaw Man. It's not because he's the Chainsaw Devil or the Chainsaw Man Devil, it's because as the devil, its power decreased when public perception viewed him as the end of devil attacks. Then his power increased when people began to fear devils again after the downfall of the Chainsaw Man Church. But we still haven't answered the most crucial question: why Pochita, or the devil, has such a high investment in Denji. Well, Pochita was near the brink of death, and Denji not only nursed him back to health, but provided him something that the devil has never experienced before: comfort. So the devil made a contract with Denji to live a happy life, allowing him time to regain his strength while living incognito and experiencing the joy of human bliss through Denji's heart. With all that being said, did you hate my theory? Did you love it? Did you have a better one? If so, put it in the comments. Thanks for watching and stay curious.